Greetings and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to talk about office car specials, what they are and what they do. Every major freight railroad has at least one office car special or OCS train. They are composed of refurbished passenger cars with an observation car on the rear and a locomotive, all painted in a matching paint scheme. Food and drink are served on board. These trains are used to give dignitaries, upper management, and/or the CEO a daylight, luxurious, partial tour of the railroad. The trains are crewed with an engineer and a conductor taken from their respective extra lists. On Conrail, the engineer was always a management favorite, taken from his extra list out of turn. And the engineer who should have been called for the OCS was paid a penalty day's pay for not being called in turn. When the railroad's vice presidents, and Conrail had 17 of them, or the CEO were going to be out riding an OCS, all employees in the area were warned days in advance so they could look sharp. The railroad was tidied up. Empty cars on sidings were moved to yards. Signal masts and appliance boxes on the right-of-way were painted. Garbage was picked up. Even troublesome employees were given jobs that took them away from where the OCS was going to be so that the employees couldn't be seen or heard and embarrass management. Preparing for the OCS days in advance continues on major freight railroads to this day in 2024. And I still think that these preparations give the CEO and management a false picture of railroad operations. I always thought that management should put on a pair of work shoes and make unannounced visits to the railroad at 3 in the morning to see what railroad operations are really like. In fact, I suggested that to two Conrail CEOs, but neither of them ever did it. In fact, I never heard of any railroad CEO of any major freight railroad visiting their property unannounced. And I think that this is because railroad management, for the most part, does not have railroad experience. They come from the business world, so they don't know what railroad day-to-day operations look like, and they like everything to be pretty. Anyway, take care and put some sand down.